Dr. Berger states, I do believe that the field of paleoanthropology had convinced itself as much as 15 years ago that we had found everything, that we were not going to make major discoveries, and had the story of our origin figured out. He concludes that there's no substitute for exploration. In a dark cavern in South Africa, scientists have discovered human remains, a new lineage that has never been seen before. We will look at how explorers obtained the remains, how they put together the pieces, and the differences between our ancestors and us today. We will start at the beginning, where two cavers discovered the cavern and alerted the local scientists about what they had found. Getting to the cave was a challenge in itself. The explorers had to climb to the remote cavern by first climbing up Dragon's Back, a very steep stone wall. Then they had to rappel down to the entrance of the cavern. This all had to be done without natural light, not to mention the cavern's entrance was only 7.5 inches wide. One of the explorers described the journey as some of the most difficult and dangerous conditions ever encountered in the search for human origins. Once inside the cavern of the Rising Star Cave, the team was surrounded by more than 1,550 fossilized human remains. The team had discovered a chamber of the dead, of a species that lived probably between 2.5 and 2.8 million years ago. This is a newly identified species of our human origin they named Homo naledi. Naledi means star, referring to the cave they were discovered in. They had the full remains they would later put together of at least 15 individuals. With almost every bone in the human body represented, Dr. Berger says it is practically the best known fossil member of our lineage. Once they put the remains together, what they found is truly remarkable. The differences identified in these individuals are different from any of the other remains of our lineage. The brain is about a third of the size of our brains today, and their build was very short, on average appearing to be about 100 pounds and 5 feet tall. They also note that the fingers were exceptionally curved, making it apparent they had climbing capabilities. The feet were not much different than ours today, but they had long legs for walking long distances. They also had a more modern jaw and teeth, which led scientists to place them in the genus Homo, and helped identify possibly how long ago these individuals had lived. The Star Cave has not given up all of its secrets. There could be potentially thousands of remains still in the cavern. It is exciting to see this incredible discovery that was accomplished, and not only making it to the cavern, but also discovering a new species of our lineage with remarkable differences from us today. Hundreds of remains were discovered, and we learned a little piece of our own history. As Dr. Berger stated, there is no substitute for exploration. I have a feeling that as the cavern is further explored, we might gain even more information about this species and our evolutionary journey.